Robert Hall, held hostage in the Philippines since September 21st, 2015, has been killed by his captors. I spoke with President Aquino this morning, and he expressed his profound condolences and regret to all Canadians. The Hall family has shown great strength of character in their resilience and are admirable in the face of this terrible situation. This is a grievous loss for them, and their country mourns with them. We continue to work closely with authorities in the Philippines to formally confirm Mr. Hall's death. We have every reason to believe that the reports are unfortunately true. The appalling attack on the LGBTQ2 community this weekend in Orlando and this news today serve as devastating reminders for all of us that vicious acts of hatred and violence cannot be tolerated in any form. Today, we have lowered the flag on the Peace Tower in solidarity with our friends and family in Orlando. It is with great sadness that the flag flies lowered for yet another sad event as well. Canada holds the terrorist group who took Mr. Hall hostage fully responsible for this cold-blooded and senseless murder. When I was at the G7 summit just recently, Canada and our G7 partners reiterated that terrorist hostage takings only fuel more violence and instability. Canada cannot and will not pay ransoms to terrorists. We will not turn the maple leaf worn with pride by over 3 million Canadians abroad into targets. We are more committed than ever to working with the government of the Philippines and international partners to pursue those responsible for these heinous acts and bring them to justice, however long it takes. Terrorism is a scourge on the world. Too many families have endured the unspeakable grief the Hall family is feeling today because of these senseless acts of hatred. On behalf of them and of all Canadians, we mourn their loss and reassert our resolve. Je suis profondément attristé et indigné d'annoncer que nous avons des raisons de croire que Robert Hall,
to announce that we have reason to believe that Robert Hall, a Canadian citizen held hostage in the Philippines since September 21, 2015, was killed by his kidnappers. I spoke with President Aquino this morning, and he expressed his deep sympathies and regret to all Canadians. The Hall family has shown great strength of character, and its resilience in these terrible conditions is admirable. The disappearance of Mr. Hall is upsetting for his family. The entire country accompanies them in their bereavement. We continue to work closely with Philippine authorities to officially confirm Mr. Hall's death, but we have reason to believe that this information is true. The horrible attacks in Orlando, attacking the LGBTQ2 community, and the news today remind us painfully that acts of hate and violence in any form must never be tolerated. Today, Canada has put the flag at half-mast in solidarity with our friends in Orlando, and at the same time, we underline this other sad tragedy. Canada holds the terrorist group that took Mr. Hall as terrorist completely responsible for this cold-blooded and senseless murder. When I go to the G7 summit, Canada and the G7 partners reiterated that paying ransoms only increases instability and violence, and Canada cannot and will not pay ransoms to terrorists, and thereby making the 3 million Canadians bearing the flag abroad to make them targets. We are more determined than ever to work with the Philippine government and international partners to find those responsible for these hateful acts and bring them to justice, regardless of how long it takes. Terrorism is a burden around the world. Too many families have lived the indescribable sadness that the Hall family is living today due to these hateful and violent acts. And on their behalf and on behalf of all Canadians, we grieve this loss and reaffirm our determination.